So, real question, how confident are you that the deny rule you wrote last Tuesday is actually denying what you think it's denying? I've been tightening the permissions block on Apicon Maker this week, a handful of deny rules, a bunch of allow rules. And the grammar on the docs page has one trap sitting in the middle of it that would bite pretty much anyone who doesn't know it's there. This session is the one that names the traps before you write the rule that has one. Okay, so frame the whole thing first. The grammar is smaller than it looks. Every permission rule is one of two shapes. Either you write the tool name bare, which matches every use of that tool, or you write the tool name with a specifier in parentheses, which narrows the match. That's it. That's the whole vocabulary. And whatever you put inside that shape, you drop into one of three arrays: allow, ask, or deny. 3 verbs. That's the dial. The evaluation order is fixed, and this is the part that's doing the most work. Deny, then ask, then allow. First match wins, which means a deny rule anywhere in the stack stops the tool, full stop. An allow rule further down can't override it. A command line flag at launch can't override it. A managed deny rule shipped by an IT team on a corporate fleet can't be overridden at all. Deny wins is the closest thing to a hard rule in this whole system. Build around it, not against it. And the / command that makes the whole file navigable, there's an inspector built in that lists every active rule and tells you which settings file it came from. First thing I reach for when a command I thought I'd approved is still prompting, or when a command I didn't approve just ran. And this is the callback to last session. We talked about 5 scopes merging into one config. This inspector is how you ask for a specific rule which of those scopes won. Same conversation from the other end. Okay, second idea, and this is where the grammar gets sharper than it looks. Bash matchers are patterns, and the patterns are space sensitive in a way that really matters. Write a space before your wildcard, and the space is a word boundary. The rule matches that exact command plus its arguments, and nothing else. Drop the space, and the wildcard is a character wildcard, matching any command that starts with those letters. Which, the difference between those two is the difference between approving one command and approving 50. The docs spell out every subtlety, and you should go read the page once. The shape of it is there's a trailing wildcard form that's equivalent to a space plus star, but only at the end of the pattern. Compound commands with pipes and ampersands and semicolons get split, and each piece matches independently, so one good rule can cover half your daily shell. 5 process wrappers are stripped before the match. The timing wrappers, no hup, a couple of buffer wrappers. So a rule for your test runner still matches when you wrap it in a timeout. Fine. That's a built-in convenience. Here's the part that's dumb. The list of wrappers that are not stripped is long, and it contains the ones you actually use. The container runner, the devbox runner, direnv, mise, the package runner that comes with Node, anyone running a build through one of those, so solo devs, roughly all of us. And writing an allow rule for the runner plus a star gives the agent whatever comes after that word, including the things you would absolutely not want it to run. The docs call this out explicitly, and it's the most common allow list mistake on the page. Write a rule per inner command, not per runner. The other bash thing worth naming: the URL filtering pattern is fragile by design. Options before the URL, a different protocol, a redirect, a shell variable, an extra space. Any of those defeats it. The docs flat out tell you to deny the direct URL fetchers at the bash layer and use the domain matcher instead. It's one of the few places the docs tell you not to use a feature. Listen to them. Third thing, read and edit rules follow gitignore style patterns, and they have 4 roots: the full file system, absolute path, your home directory, the project root, and the current working directory. 4 roots. The docs table names the exact prefix for each. You've got it in front of you. No reason to narrate it. And the trap, this is the one that bites everyone the first time. A pattern that starts with 1 leading / looking for all the world like an absolute file system path isn't. It resolves from your project root, not the file system. The docs have that in bold on the pattern table, and it's worth 3 seconds to internalize. Want a real absolute path? The pattern starts different outway, and the table shows you how. Symlinks get their own treatment. Allow rules require the link and its target to both match. Deny rules fire if either side matches, which means you can't sneak around a deny by linking a sensitive file into an allowed directory. The deny follows the target. That's not a bug. That's the behavior you want. Okay? And the thing I want you walking away with, the sharpest part of this whole page, read and edit, deny rules, only bind Claude's built-in file tools. If you deny your environment file for read, the read tool stops. But running a cat on the same file from a bash shell, different tool, different rule set. Your read deny does not stop it. The solo dev instinct is to think one deny covers the whole agent. It doesn't. You close one door at a time, one tool at a time. If the file really cannot be read under any tool, you have to deny the bash commands that would touch it too. Or for the real guarantee, you reach for the sandbox, which is OS level isolation, and a different session entirely. Permission rules are layered per tool, not per path. Write one and you've closed one door. Close the door in every room that matters. And yeah, some of this is annoying. The project root ambiguity in the read/edit patterns isn't flagged nearly hard enough in the permission dialog. The wrapper strip list being hard-coded to 5 names and leaving every runner, solo devs actually use off the list. That's a bad default. The dialog that writes the rule for you doesn't save you from writing the wrong one. Fine, read the page once, get the traps in your head. You won't reread it for months. You've got the grammar, 2 shapes, 3 verbs, the evaluation order, the bash sensitivity, the project root trap, and the limit that tells you when to stop writing rules and reach for the sandbox instead. That's the lever that decides what your agent touches for the rest of this masterclass. Next session, we cross to the other half. What Claude is allowed to remember. The context window. What fills it, what trims it, and the slash commands that keep it from collapsing under its own weight. 2 shapes, 3 verbs, deny wins, keep crafting, peace.